What's up, everybody? I hope you are having an incredible day. Me and Jason are. It's Thursday. August is already flying by nuts, and I'm super excited because we have a local here in Utah. We were going to have him here at the Shred Studio, but it didn't work out. But we've got Dave Zitting here hanging out with us. And if you don't know Dave has an extensive background in the mortgage industry. Dave, you've been doing this for a long time. I mean, former CEO of Primary Residential Mortgage. Now you're with Avenue and IntroLend, which we're really excited to be getting into here in just a second. Plus, the one I'm probably most excited about, you're a U of U. You're a U of U guy. I'm a U of U guy. I should have worn my U hat today, but we'll make it happen next time. So thanks so much for hanging out with us. We're going to be talking about the Innovative Net Conference. So thanks for hanging out, man. We appreciate it.
You bet. Glad to be here, you guys.
So let's jump right into this. And I want to start with this because Jason and I, about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, we were told about some information, EXP and IntroLend. We're doing a partnership. And there were some people, we heard it from EXP on their side, and there were some people like, is this good? Is this bad? Why is this one more tech, collaboration that's going to take over the industry? So talk a little bit about that. Why a partnership with EXP, and really what is IntroLend and Avenue?
Yeah, totally cool. So really quick, Avenue is the creators of the IntroLend platform. We're the architects and the tech stack, the business process outsourcing, the consultants that help develop out these IntroLend chapters. EXP is an incredible real estate firm, as you guys know, forward-thinking, real digital, virtual, just an absolutely incredible and fantastic organization. You know, the real estate industry is just, and in mortgage industry, the whole entire housing industry is just going through this massive change. Yeah. And as we see new sort of tech platforms and entrants and strategy coming into the industry, what we've been seeing with margins is margins have been coming down more and more and more. And that's what we're seeing on the business side. And so from that standpoint, real estate businesses want to find new ways that they not only can create more opportunities for their firm, but at the same time, their customers are demanding more. So when a consumer enters the real estate industry, they find out they're entering actually a whole bunch of different industries. They're entering the housing industry, the mortgage industry, insurance, title, evaluation, and it's just this exhausting process. What's really interesting, though, in a far less complex and far less prestigious transaction like buying a car, you can go into a dealership, fall in love with the car, walk 10 steps, meet with a finance manager, complete your financing. That same person supplies you with anything you need for the car, ClearBra, gap insurance, warranty, upgraded wheels, the whole thing. So like 9 different companies are helping you, but you feel as a customer as if that's happening all in one place.
Absolutely.
We call that transactional convergence. That's kind of a term that we have coined. And so what's interesting is consumers through e-commerce and through gig, like, they can jump in an Uber and go anywhere. They can jump on Amazon and get anything. They can buy a car in minutes, but yet nothing has really changed as it relates to all of these different aspects of buying a home. And so what IntroLend does is it actually brings all of that together, and it allows for the real estate firm, which we call a consumer point of entry. That's really important. It's where they're entering into the industry to not only supply this really incredible experience to their customer, but at the same time, they're also able to broaden their strategy as an organization and the way that they are creating revenues and creating profits. And this is where the industry is moving in a lot of different directions. And we just happen to focus on what we call transactional convergence. And the IntroLend platform is a big part of that. And then, of course, we complement that with our moneytips.com, which is our client creation and our customer for life strategy. And then we follow up with to kind of put a bow on the box, we follow up with our HomeKick application and service to the client, which is, again, all of those other things that they need for the home. Again, think of that finance manager at the dealership. They help you with all of those other items you need for the car. HomeKick is going to provide your solar, your home security systems, all of these things, and all the financing for those as well. And again, all of that happens within this IntraLend experience. So again, we focus on those consumer points of entry. That predominantly for us, our clients are real estate firms, and we're focusing on this technology and the human touch of bringing this transactional convergence together.
That's pretty cool. I'm sure this transactional convergence, you guys have coined the term. We haven't heard that before, so that's pretty cool. There was a lot of people that were scared. They're like, is this one more partnership? We heard Realogy partnering with these other big companies and Zillow's partnering with everybody. So everybody's like, okay, there's a company. And some people know that you are associated, with PRMI. So people are like, oh, wait, now what's Dave doing? Like, what are they going to go over? Is this one more partnership that we should be worried about? But it really sounds like you guys are focused on really helping the consumer, being that one-stop shop, simplifying the process, because right now it is a little, as we all talk about, there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. When it comes to a mortgage, you go to your mortgage guy, then you have a real estate agent involved, then you have an insurance person, and then there's so many pieces to it. It's like, well, why can't we just have one like you're talking about, one transaction all in one place? So that's pretty cool. That's exciting.
Yeah, and there's another point I want to make on that as well. And to your point too, really had a successful and fun career over at PRMI. Sold that business last year, and we've been really hyper focused on this new business and just super excited about it. But one of the things that EXP love about this platform is, in considering opening up their own in-house mortgage operation, let's say EXP Mortgage, right? They know that those don't work, and they fail typically, or they're not able to capture a very good capture rate for a couple of really important reasons. Number one, the lack of choice. That is just a big problem. And number two, where does it really benefit the agent, the individual sales professional that's like an independent business in their own right? And the IntraLend platform solves both of those questions in a big way. And so, yes, it's a full functional mortgage operation, and it can, work. That agent can work with the finance manager if the finance manager wins their trust and earns their business. However, what's really important is that the agent, through the IntraLend platform, can invite their favorite mortgage loan originators in as member lenders, and just participate right with the whole thing. So we've kind of broken that mold of this, the definition of insanity, right? Trying to do the same thing over and over and over again, and it never works. And we said, look, agents have to have choice. They build these professional relationships for a damn good reason. Sorry, I don't know if I can swear on here.
You can definitely swear all the time.
Sure. And that reason is that this is a very complex and very emotional transaction, and they learn and earn trust with other MLOs in the market. I was an MLO for 10 years. I know exactly how that was. I ran PRMI for 20 years. It was a sales organization of MLOs. 83% of our business came from agents. I get it. All of us get it. We wanted to weave that into this strategy, and we very much have done that. Now for MLOs, yep, we are a part of the process now. And that does change things a little bit. However, what I would definitely ask that MLO in the marketplace is, don't look in the wrong end of the binoculars here. This is an incredible opportunity for MLOs to connect digitally through this platform with other agents, with any of our clients. And we're mentioning EXP here. There's this amazing organization growing rapidly, and we can connect LOs right into it digitally. And it's just really fantastic. Getting a full-blown consumer, housing consumer application done, conditionally approved. We've collected everything we need for the entire loan, digitally made available in our vault, and the client's ready to enter the market. And you've got a TPO what we call a retail to retail TPO fee. So you're purchasing that application from Intralend. And if you were to go buy leads from any of the big lead providers, you're going to pay no more than you're paying with us. And you're going to have to cash flow all those leads up front. Our mechanism, there's no upfront fees for the lender. There's no bid fees. You simply pay your TPO fee and purchase it when the actual transaction closes and when you actually create revenue on that transaction. So it's really built on choice. We really wanted to kind of break that mold of why in-house operations don't work. But then we also wanted to bring in an ability to create new clients and new customers for the agent and for that favorite MLO. So we're going to build more business for them as well. And we just ask people to take their time to really not have a knee-jerk reaction and just look at it and understand it and get a sense of what it is, and at least take a minute. You know, people get passionate and they tend to not make decisions based on logic, and emotion can kind of drive that. And you know, what we just advise is just take a minute to really understand the full platform, and then just ask yourself one question. If I wasn't invited, if I just stumbled on this, would I use this to go help me build my volume in my business? The answer to that has got to be a resounding yes. And that's what we want to help the lending industry to do as well. We think that'll be an incredible business development opportunity for them.
Well, I think that's smart because one of the issues, one of the problems with the industry is they hear about partnerships like this and they don't do all the research. They just we're headline readers. Humans are headline. Holy shit, I couldn't say that word. Headline readers. That's all they see. They're like, oh, here we go. EXP and Intralend, they're taking over the industry. We even had people reaching out like, oh, Intralend, like they're not in it for the LO. They're trying to replace a loan officer. They're trying to phase them out like all these other companies. And we just jump to these conclusions, and it's having these discussions, Dave, that we love to have is really getting down to it, actually understanding like, hey guys, like you said, don't look through the wrong end of binoculars here. Yeah. Like this is actually a benefit to the MLOs in the industry.
Well, and it's a good thing when these things happen, in our opinion, because like we talked about it, right? Because I've done a lot of trainings for EXP. EXP is one of my favorite brokerages. We actually got to hang out with Glenn Sanford a little bit at Inman Connect a couple of weeks ago. So I'm definitely a big fan of EXP. So I got all this information from my friends at EXP about what was going on and what I like when things happen, because I like to talk about it, because what it does for me, it allows me to go in and grab attention and just say, look, things are changing. You can't stand pat. So use this. Without knowing all the details, you could either be against it, whatever, that's fine. But if anything, use it as like a fire to want to do better, to change your business, to do things. So I like when these things do better. I get it from an MLO's perspective on why they may or may not like certain things, but I like it because it actually makes us not be able to stand pat, not be able to accept the status quo, but actually have to change business and do things differently. So I'm excited to see what happens with this. I'm very interested in the model and see because to me, all change, it's going to happen one way or another. Change. We need to move forward. Things need to happen because at the end of the day, our industry needs to be moving forward to meet the modern consumer.
It is absolutely, and to your point there, we are a tech firm. We're a fintech firm, no doubt about it. But we are contrarian to a lot of what we hear out of Silicon Valley. You know, we hear digitize, less human, more AI. And we just look, I've been in this industry too long. I've met with too many customers. They show up with too many needs. And there's emotion in this transaction, and it's complex, it's emotional. That creates this, specialization need. And so we wanted to definitely bring the technology aspect to this. And again, we're just big believers in transactional convergence, but we see this massive value in every agent. And everybody says that agents have been going to be digitized out of the industry. Look, guys, there's more agents today than there's ever been.
Yep.
And it's not getting any easier to buy a home. It's getting harder. Maybe there's mortgage product that helps, but the cost of homes go up, salaries don't go up, incomes don't go up. And so customers really want that coaching. And so we wanted to weave technology into the professional, but not only that, into the professional team. And it's made up of, the agent and the originator and the title specialist. And, all the solar folks and, all the different people that make up that transaction. And so we're just approaching it from a different angle. And I'm glad to hear this from you guys, because I agree. If an originator takes a moment to just figure out, what we are and who we are, we create application packages. Would you like those? We'd love to send them to you.
Yep.
And so we can introduce you, by the way, to thousands and thousands of agents that we're deploying into our system right now. So I'm thrilled to hear that, you guys, and I'm glad you guys have taken the time to investigate and find out more about the platform and why EXP and others are so excited about it. But it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, sorry, man.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you guys, and when anybody partners with EXP, like Jason was talking about, EXP is an incredible company, and they're not just gonna go partner with anybody. Like, if you've ever met Glenn Sanford, you've seen his views, you see his vision for the future, it's something that's it's a big deal. So.
Yeah. So, one of the main reasons we wanted to do this interview, outside of getting to know a little bit more about you, Dave, more about IntroLend and Avenue and everything else, was to talk about you speaking at the Mortgage Innovators Conference by the California Mortgage Bankers Association coming up here in a few days. I will be there. Shred Media is a proud sponsor of this event. We're excited to be there. Hopefully you'll have some time. We could actually get on a podcast and do some interviews, get some more, get some more data on what you're doing, some more content. But what are you going to be talking about, and what are you looking forward to this event?
Yeah, totally. And sorry, I had to answer a text. I'm a little late for another meeting here.
No worries.
I am really incredibly excited about what CMBA is doing on the technology side. I've been honored to have an opportunity in the past to sit on CMBA board and work with Susan and Dustin, the folks over there. I mean, they're just California is like a country in its own right, and it's very tech driven. I mean, that's where tech is, Silicon Valley and everything. And I love their passion for focusing on tech and seeing what is happening. And they literally have this desire to, create this conference in its own right, just to have a focus on technology. I thought it was brilliant. And so I became a quick supporter of it. And we got some really amazing people that are coming out for the event, top thinkers in the industry, major game changers. And, and you guys have heard this from me, I think, in the past, but I look at our industry as in this, what I call an accelerated state of evolution. It just, things are just speeding up so fast. You just wake up and, read anything like Inman, Housing Wire, watch you guys, any of these, all the media outlets, and there's something new. And it's like, how is this going to impact me as a, lending leader, real estate leader, an individual MLO, a CTO with an organization? This is such a great opportunity to sit down with the folks that are the architects of this, the people that are working to and creating this change, but then also talking about what they expect to happen. Here's what we see. What do you think the next few years look like, and what's on the horizon? So it's just a lot of really awesome people in a room, and we'll be able to get into their minds and find out what they're thinking. I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about my thoughts about transactional convergence and just kind of where I see the industry going there. And by the way, I mean, good grief, we're getting a whole lot of talk and press and whatnot.
Yep.
We call it transactional convergence, and we may be the first firm to really kind of put a tech platform to focus on that. But guys, if it's not us, it's going to be a dozen others. There's tons of this happening out there, and there's going to be firms exactly copying.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it's just if an originator isn't comfortable with what's happening, show up and get the information, right?
And that's
if all of us disappeared, somebody else is going to show up and do it too. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why you got to show up to this conference in particular, because it really is. And the panel that you're hosting, the Innovator Insights, I mean, you have some really incredible people that are going to be on your panel. I always slaughter his name, Sarvesh, the CEO of Tarvant, Joe Langner, the CEO of Blue Sage Technologies, and then one of our really good friends, Brent Chandler, CEO of FormFree. Like, dude, talk about innovative minds. Like, and you're going to be the one hosting all these people. So like you said, Dave, you absolutely need to be at a conference like this so you can understand what's going on. I think one of the biggest issues with the industry is people only listen to a couple of voices. They only get their headline readers. They're not getting the full view, the full story, and what technologies and companies are out there to really help them be innovative and help them really look towards the future and being better MLO or real estate agent.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm a little nervous. It's amazing the minds that are in this panel, and they've asked me to moderate. So my goal is to make sure I don't look like a fool. I'm giving really good questions because these are just the smartest people in the industry, and there's a lot more of them out there. And it's just, it's so fantastic to have an opportunity to hear from them. Also, just to collaborate. I love the way CMBA put this together. It's quick. Yep. There's nothing boring. Nobody's going to be sitting behind tables and getting comfortable. It's like hi boys and directors chairs and sit down and get into it and get on to the next one. So it's a massive download of knowledge transfer and a really good opportunity to rub elbows and whatnot.
Absolutely. Connecting, collaborating, building relationships. That's what a lot of these are all about. Yep. You get to go hang out with guys like you and some incredible friends of ours that are going to be down there as well. Simple Nexus, FormFree, PRMG. I mean, Alex from Sales Boomerang. Yep. So many great people are going to be down there. And like you mentioned Dustin and Chuck and the CMBA that have put this together. It's absolutely awesome. And Dave, we know you've got to jump on another call. We apologize. We went a little bit long. We had some tech difficulty getting on here, but thanks so much for you. We're looking forward to hanging out with you next week, or actually in a couple of days now, just a few days away from the Mortgage Innovators Conference down in San Diego with the CMBA. So Dave, thanks so much for taking a few minutes this afternoon.
My pleasure. Hope to more in the future, and it's good talking with you guys today.
Thanks, Dave. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys down at the Mortgage Innovators Conference here in a few days.
Take care.
Right.
See you.
Take care.